Silence, you furry fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
How's it going, chaps? Well, I am tired today, but there is much painting to be done. Oh, for God's sake, why does this always do this on YouTube? I'm on sets me into bloody private stream when it should be public. So I've probably lost the initial stream bumpage that they would have given us. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, is it? I don't have my bot to watch me today either, so it'll probably just be me on my own, half asleep. But I'm here for you guys, man. I said, even though my brain has been battered by sales continuously today, like just continuously battered, man. I had to really fight for my one miserable lead that I got today. That I managed to drag in at about half 4. When I'll finish at 5, so I've been just battering the phone all day. Right, that is far too zoomed in. It's about right, isn't it? There's all these weird lines on the screen. What's like, is that like a different hertz or something? Weird. Can anyone else see that? Is it zoomed in too much or something? Exposure compensation? I don't know what I'm doing, really. It's kind of strange. Oh well. We'll just have to make do of it, won't we? Hey, Iron Dragoon, man. Long time no see, mate. How you been? Can't remember the last time I saw you on the stream, mate. Proper old school, man. Oh, you've been lurking, have you? Been lurking away. What you been doing, mate? Anyway, like I said, it's been ages, man. I haven't seen you in a while. See, that's the thing, man. You never know who's lurking out there. I said one day I'm just waiting for James Workshop to be lurking on my stream, perhaps. Right. I need the contrast snakebite leather or whatever that stuff's called these days. There we go. I've decided that I'm going to start making my own washes after that Known oil spillage last stream. I've decided that it's too expensive, man, and it's too it's too risky to have like Known oil, and like really I'm paying for a bit of a luxury, really, like because like things like Known oil, right, you just like churn through them, and really, is it that much better than like, you know, any other sort of you know, black wash or anything. Not really. So that's going to be my next experiment, and in the long run, that'll definitely save me a pretty penny. Ah, mate, that's all been binned off now, man. I'm married now. I gave up trying to go back to China, and basically I decided to just bring my missus over here. So so that's how that, I mean, I just wasted so much money on like visa fees and stuff. Like any savings I had, man, were just absolutely destroyed. And like any money that I made over those like years or whatever has been absolutely rinsed as well. And it's not really over yet, because in 2 years we'll have to spend another $4,000 to get a second, what do you call it? It's like a second visa. I can't think what you call it, like, or like visa to stay. Like, she's got a 2-year like marriage visa, but then you know, after 2 years we got to apply for yet another visa, and that's going to be another $4,000. But obviously the major thing is that, you know, we're back together now, and that saga is, you know, thankfully ended, you know. And, you know, with the current climate and stuff, man, I've got no plans to go back to China unless it's like for a holiday or whatever, in all honesty. But it's certainly been a bit of a journey. Bellwav, how's it going, Bell? With that sort of that confident introduction makes me feel like you've been on the stream before. Would I be right? I'm sorry, obviously you guys have got one name to remember. I've got a million different handles to remember. Yeah, well, let's you know, let's hope they're on the upswing, mate. Right. Cost of living crisis and all of that, mate. Got a lot of commissions to do, and that's kind of keeping me, you know, I've got my day job and the commissions, and it's just about keeping me going, but it means I've got like zero free time, really, because like I'm finishing the day job, eating my dinner, having 10 minutes or something, and then getting on stream most days these days. And I've got commissions out the eyeballs at the moment. You know, and having commissions out the eyeballs is not a bad thing. Obviously, it means I'm doing something right, and you know, when I'm sending those commissions out, people are happy with them. but it does mean that this is basically a part-time job at this stage now. And you know, I've said the dream is to get this to a point where, you know, I could bin off the day job potentially and just do this full time. Not quite there yet, but you know, maybe give it another year, maybe another 2 or something, and then I might be in that position, you know. And then I'll be living the dream. And then YouTube will probably shut down or something. Or Twitch will get binned off. Yeah, I mean, cost of living crisis everywhere, mate, innit? I mean, our money doesn't go as far as it used to, does it? Unfortunately. Is that all the gold? No, of course it isn't. Anyway, Bellwav, what have you been doing today, mate? You doing any hobbying, or we got any of the YouTube regulars in yet? Also, Iron Dragoon, I've been doing my music streams on Friday, mate, if you want to come in and check one of those out. Worried about this banner pole right here. It's quite flimsy. Well, what about you, Iron Dragoon, mate? How are things going on with yourself? How have you been keeping? What's going down with you? It's stuck in my teeth. Yeah, I mean, that the thing is the time that I stream is, you know, there's so much competition, especially like UK competition, right? To try and get those new followers in and stuff, I've basically just kind of like given up on the old trying to get people to hit the follow button and stuff like that. I'd basically just think, if you're here and you like it, you're here. I used to try real hard with that kind of stuff. But times have changed. I'm even like, I was putting, you know, while I'm at my day job, I was putting models together while on the phone today, and I've been doing that to try and save more time, because I used to do building streams on the stream. Well, obviously building streams, but I used to build models on the stream. But now I've realised, like, I just don't, you know, I haven't got enough time to do that now, and I used to kind of, oh, that is way too thin down. But I used to do my I used to do model building on the stream as well, but like I said, I can kind of multitask where I'm working from home, so I can be on the phone and building models at the same time, so that saves a little bit. But I mean, really, I need to like just work through a weekend. One time. Because I've got my music stream on Fridays. And that's like a little bit of time off. I'll have to just, like for a month or so, I might just have to bin off going to the pub and just be like, right, I've got to get these commissions done. I was just thinking it was, see, like tomorrow I'm taking a day off because I'm going to go and get, because I was meant to see my mate on Saturday. It was my mate's birthday. I was meant to go down for a little pub crawl with him and obviously a few other my mates, and I ended up just crashing out. I did the music stream, and I did like a 6-hour music stream. And then, when it got to the, I had a few shandies, and then when it got to the next day, I was just fucking dead, mate. I was like, right. I thought to myself, I'm not going out until 6:30, so I'll put my head down for 5 minutes. Have a quick hour power nap or something, and it didn't quite transpire, and it was an hour. So I kind of put my head down and then didn't wake up until like 10ish or something, and obviously it's a bit too late to go out at that point. I mean, all my mates were still out, but I don't
You want to
like...
fuck with me? You think you know bad, huh? You're a fucking choir boy compared to me! A choir boy!
Who was that? Mitch? Colossus? One of you? Who played that sticker? Shouldn't that come up in the chat as well, that such and such played a sticker, and it didn't, did it? So whoever played that sticker, make yourself known.
Hello, my future girlfriend.
I am beset by the horror!
Cheers, Firelock, for the resub, mate. Oh, it did come up in the chat, just about 20 years delay. It was you, Mitch. You played that sticker.
Gentlemen, I wish I could say I was glad to see you shop, but I ain't, so
Well, there we go, chaps. If you want to get yourself a sweet introduction to the channel, hit up the Patreon. Shill mode is active now. Hey, how's it going, buddy? I'm going to be painting some Primaris Ultras, buddy. That'll be right up your street, mate, won't it? Right, I was discussing earlier that I'm gonna start making my own washes, like especially for things like Nuln Oil, because I had the dreaded spillage of Nuln Oil, which I knew was coming at some point to the stream, which happened, I think it was last stream, or maybe not, if not it was the stream before. And I thought, you know what, mate, I've literally just spilt about £4 worth of wash onto the painting desk here. And is Nuln Oil really worth £4 a pot or whatever it is? Especially now it's a lot smaller. So if anyone's got any Nuln Oil recipes, man, I'd like to hear it. I was watching what's the geezer's name? What's the he's like a Yorkshire bloke or something like that. Is it Geek Gaming Scenics? Is that the one? How do guys, that guy. And he don't he's given up like YouTube and stuff, hasn't he? But that bloke, I watched a video of his of like, you know, how he would make wash. It didn't quite look like Nuln Oil what he made, but it looked like a passable black, decent black wash. Which actually, you know, it probably do. You can use Oxo. Yeah, mate. I'm gonna make a Bovril wash. That's what I was thinking. Mate, Bovril is such an underrated drink, especially in the winter. Also, Bovril on toast instead of Marmite as well. That's proper naughty, that is. Have we got anyone on YouTube yet? Actually, can you guys do me a favour and make sure that the YouTube stream is actually visible, because I accidentally started it in a private mode, which sounds like 40k fans only, but you know, you can do like a private stream or like unlisted and stuff like that. Hey, Joe. Yeah, so we are live on YouTube. That's cool. I was worried that because I started the stream and it was like not set to public, that maybe it wouldn't let people know. Beef dripping and gravy wash. Like, beef dripping just, like, reminds me of my nan. Like, that was, like, wartime food, wasn't it? Beef dripping. Like, I can remember, you know, seeing it in the kitchen and being like, what is that? Mate, my missus eats tripe all the time, or would like to eat it all the time. Tripe in Japan, China, stuff like that, man. They love it. I mean, tripe's like a significant food in a lot of places. But I mean, like, literally, we use the word tripe as shit, don't we? Like, oh, mate, what a load of tripe. But in loads of countries around the world, like, you know, they love it. I've tried multiple times to like it, and I just can't, both in Japan and China. I've been like, alright, fuck it, I'll have some, you know, I'll try some. Oh, I just can't get my head around it. Also, I worked in a dog food factory for a bit, and I used to, like, literally walk knee deep in tripe sometimes. Like, not an exaggeration. Yeah, buddy. I mean, this place that I used to work, man, the dog food factory, it was like raw dog food. And like, man, some like horror story shit, man. Seriously, like, loads of people couldn't hack work in there. Like, because I mean, I was only agency worker, but after being there for about 3 months, I was like an old hand. Like, I was doing that just while I was waiting for my visa to come through for China. This was like the first time I went, so they messed up my visa the first time. And yeah. I kind of feel like that effect hasn't done what I wanted it to do. I might have to put some agrax on it. Probably spill this. Yeah, mate, I mean, you need a strong stomach to do any of those sort of jobs, man. Like I said, I mean, you know, I mean, I was an agency worker, but after working there for, I said I'd say about 2-3 months, I was basically like old school there, and like, you know, it was classic kind of shit, like where like somebody would turn up in the morning and you could like take bets on like if they would be back after lunchtime, do you know what I mean? Some of them would just be like, they would just like, wouldn't even say anything, they would just drive off, you know? They'd be like, yeah, our lunch break's for an hour, and they'd be like, yeah, alright, yeah, and then you'd see them drive off, you're like, yeah, I knew it, you couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle the tripe action. frozen stones there, look. Just, I think I might glue those on with Uhu, actually. Sent off 4 separate commissions to different countries today. One was Hong Kong and the other ones were the States, like different parts of the States. And apparently I was going to say the policeman, not the policeman. Apparently the postie was really happy that I filled in all of the required paperwork and he didn't have to wait around, and it was all ready, and we just picked it up and went. I'm sure he's on he's probably like on some sort of targeted system, isn't he? Like, you know, he has to deliver X amount of things a day or something, you know, to get his bonus or something would be my guess. So he probably hit four deliveries in one go, and with everything being filled in, he's like, yeah, sweet, that's the kind of job we like. God, paper rounds, mate. Bloody slave labour. Do they even still do paper rounds? Is that even still a thing? You know, does anyone here get the, you know, get a paper delivered? Do you know what I mean? When was the last time you saw someone reading a paper that wasn't on the train? Or the Daily Star or something like that. Razzle. Razzle, the true working man's paper. Hey Ryder, how's it going, mate? I sent you some messages earlier, mate. Did you see them? I started putting your Primaris together, and I gave one of them a head swap, and I think he looked sweet. But obviously I've left all the heads off, so like, you know, see what you wanted to do regarding that. Yeah, we might have to have a chat about what we're going to do about sourcing those 3rd edition heads, mate, because I don't know if I want to chop off. I've got some spares, do you know what I mean? But I've got like basically a 2nd and 3rd edition army, like in the pile of shame. I've got enough spare heads that I could just like put, you know, make them into like some different squads and give them like, you know, just running into battle with no helmets on. But I mean, something, you know, a few of those Marines like that, like, we should be able to eBay eBay some, or I can probably source them. But I think they look sweet. You know, those kind of marines now, unfortunately, are not really very expensive, are they? You know, and it really doesn't really matter what condition they're in as well, if we're just like literally just using them for the heads. So like, just look for like some crap job lot with like a load of like old marines. The new assault marines. I don't know, man. I mean, what, you mean the jump pack ones? Well, I looked at them and I thought, at my first glance, I thought they looked alright. On second viewing, I'm like, oh, mate, they look a bit naff, actually. I like the fact that they've got more old school, you know, like jump packs on them. But, like, literally, every single one is, like, tiptoeing on something. It's like, I just hate the tiptoeing look, man. And the and they got like little random jetpacks on the back of their feet as well, which looks a bit grim. But I really do think like they're like someone that they're like close to being cool, but then like I really looked at them and thought, yes, they look alright, and then like the more I look at them now, I'm like, no, actually. Yeah, like literally, what is the point in that geezer? Like, you know, like a normal Space Marine backpack has like the jetpack bits on them. They're meant to be like stabilizers, like those round ball bits on the back, right? Why has he got those on his feet? The jetpack isn't enough for him. Why does he need like little extra nozzles on his feet as well, man? It looks really goofy. Twinkle Toes Space Marines. Yeah, mate, exactly, man. But I've been saying this for fucking ages, mate. I'm like, why the fuck are they on their tiptoes all the time? And like, it makes it worse. Like, you know, because they're like the running ones are always on their tiptoes, but the ones that are like even worse are when they're on, you know, what is coined as the tactical rock, isn't it, on YouTube? I don't mind rocks on bases and stuff, man. I think they're fine, but like, as long as they're not tiptoeing on them, the classic 1 foot on a rock never gets old, man. Yeah, look, Buddy's spoiling for a fight, look. Like I said, they're so, like, if they were on flight stands and, like, in some slightly different poses, I could probably get on board with them, but, like, I mean, really, you just need to chop them off and put them on some flight stands, but, I mean, I just don't get why they're not on flight stands, like, you know, like, why are they all, like, on rocks? Like, aren't jump packs, like, meant to be flying up in the air, and, like, they're all just, like, looks like they're tripping over? You know, but they can't even jump over, like, you know, a brick wall, though, it looks like, without catching their feet. Like I said, it's so close to, like, they're so close to being cool. Like I said, my first immediate thoughts were, oh, they've done all right on them. Terminators, the new Terminators look awesome. Those new scouts looked cool because, like, they're just old school style, but they're like old school style, but done, you know, just a bit bigger, really. It's not like they got super more detail, especially the Terminators look boss, mate. The new Terminators. And like I said, the new Scouts look really cool as well. I mean, there's, you know, the kind of... To me, that's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it with those sort of stuff. With those guys, they look really cool. Especially the Terminators. I think the 10th edition Terminators are the best Terminators that they've done since the Rogue Trader Terminators. I've always thought that the best Terminators were the Rogue Trader ones, and the 2nd edition ones kind of looked a bit weird to me. Like something about the proportions. And I've never thought that they've done... as good Terminators ever as the like I said, as the Rogue Trader ones. But these 10th edition ones, mate, look awesome. Like, more of that, please, GW. And, you know, the new Terminators don't have a million purity seals stuck to them. Like, I saw like a few like YouTubers were like, you know, oh, the best Terminators that, you know, GW ever did were those Space Hulk Blood Angel ones, which, like, I thought they had way too much stuff going on, like way too busy for me, you know. But these, like, you know, the 10th edition Terminators, like, they're tasteful, which is unfortunately rare to say now. You reckon the second, what, the plastic? I remember, like, thinking, like, the fact that they had, like, a waist joint was, like, the coolest thing ever, do you know what I mean? Those 2nd edition, hang on, were they second? Yeah, they would have been 2nd edition ones, wouldn't they? The 2nd edition Space Hulk Terminators. But the metal one, the metal Rogue Trader ones, is like, oh, you see, like, I don't know whether the 2nd edition Rogue Trader ones are still the best, look, because that's how much I like those new 10th edition Terminators. See, I can give credit when it's due, chaps. I know what I like, and I like those 10th edition Terminators. I found that I always thought that the Rogue Trader Terminators had like a kind of bulldog look, and like, to me, they looked really aggressive. And those kind of proportions have kind of been brought back now. Oh mate, literally I was looking at some first edition Space Hulk Terminators today. They are the worst, mate. They are easily the worst out of all of them. They've got their own kind of look, but Jesus Christ, they are fucking terrible, man. Even like back in the day, I can remember thinking, what happened with these guys? And with their little clip-on heavy flamers as well, man. That was classic. Such a weird sculpt, those first edition Space Hulk Terminators, man. Like they got really plasticine-y features, and they're really hard to paint. Like I find the helmets like insanely difficult to paint on those first edition Space Hulk. Like, it's like the detail, like the slightest bit of paint and all the detail just like disappears on them, man. And it's like, it doesn't matter how much you thin them down, like, you know, or like put any wash on them or something, they just like go, just all that detail just disappears off them. Yeah, the Space Crusade, the Space Crusade Marines, right? They've got their own canon. They're like from like a parallel universe or something, aren't they? The Space Crusade Space Marines. Because the lore's not the same, is it? And like the Space Crusade Marines, like I said, they got really very different they got those massive fat calves on them, and like, you know, the Mark 7 helmet on them is all like kind of weird. They look really goofy, but like I kind of have appreciation for them, just because, you know, because I can remember them. But I can fully admit that they are inferior looking Marines. I think they must have done it, like, I don't know, like, you know, something to do with like be different enough for copyright or something like that with Milton Bradley, or to like maybe like Milton Bradley didn't have like as good molds or something for the plastic, would be my guess. I'm sure somebody actually knows the answer, and I'm just like pissing into the wind, you know, with these answers. Those would be my bestest guesses as to why they had such a strange look, you know. But can we also can we also agree that the Space Crusade Dreadnought was amazing? Space Crusade Dreadnought, man, is one of the best dreadnoughts. It's a shame they like kind of like never really revisited that kind of shape. I mean, it basically is just Ed 209, but then this thing is basically just a Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park, isn't it? Or what passes as Jurassic Park these days. I've got something like 3 or 4 Space Crusade Dreadnoughts. I got 2 painted. One is I painted one as a sort of Imperial Guard grey, and I used I said that's a Sentinel, and I got one as an actual Ultramarine one. They took it very literally, didn't they? With like they took it very, very literally when they said, like, you know, oh, that's like a Space Marine, like, it's like Space Marine's head in there. It's like literally got the Space Crusade Dreadnought. Literally has just got the Chaos Marine's face just plastered to the front of it. Actually, Colossus, haven't you got like 3 or 4 of those dreads, including the huge one that was with the expansion pack? Mission Dreadnought, incidentally, that was called, wasn't it? Excuse me. Have we got anyone new on the old YouTube? Anyone new to the channel want to come and say hello? Today I thought I'd switch it up, and I've been trying to stream in, like, you know, YouTube. I've been putting a tag like gaming or whatever, but today I went fucking sod it, mate. That's obviously not working. Today we're streaming in like makers, like how-tos. Like, there really is like no like subsection to stream in for like hobby stuff at all. At least Twitch kind of realising, you know, they've got like a Warhammer section and stuff, but YouTube just doesn't have anything that's really suitable. Oh, Joe Roberts, you got two Space Crusade Dreadnoughts. Awesome, mate. Word from our sponsors. Who are we sponsored by today? Let's have a look. I can proudly announce to you all today that today we are sponsored by none other than Burger King and the WWF. So hold on to your YouTube ad money, because all of that 0 pennies that I'll get is going to go down the drain just for this.
British Bulldog's my name, wrestling's my game. In tomorrow's Daily Mirror, the amazing secrets of my life. It's red hot, so listen good. Plus, get your teeth into a free hamburger at Burger King. You feeling hungry? You want a free burger? You got it. Only with the Daily Mirror. Take a big bite tomorrow.
There you go, lads. Only with the Daily Mirror. Get on down, buy it tomorrow. It should still be valid now. That was probably released in 1996, that advert. But there we go. That's today's sponsor. It's the Daily Mirror, or the Daily Mail, or whatever it was. The Daily Mail and Burger King and WWF. 3 prime sponsors there, man. That are desperate to get on my stream.
Silence, you furry fool! I've had it with your whining and bumbling.
Fuck off, Skeletor. I didn't fucking invite you onto the channel either. If Skeletor shows his bloody ugly face again, man, I want you all to just tell him to do one for me, please. Geezer's a fucking menace, mate. Proper menace, man. He's probably listening right now, isn't he? Don't worry, man. I've cut his phone off, so... Yeah, see, I knew he'd be around. I've cut his phone off anyway, man, so he's not going to be able to get in here.
Curse you all!
Maybe Skeletor's down Burger King now, mate, tucking into... Do you see the size of the Whopper? I don't know if it's, like, because the British Bulldog's hands are so big, but, like, if you get, like, a Whopper now, it's, like, fucking big, isn't it? But, like, that one he's holding looks like a regular McDonald's burger. Harrier fighter jet? What, in, like, the 80s or whatever? It'd be, like, proper, prime... What's the word? Like, you know, that's like cutting edge technology at that point, and it's like, yeah, let's just give it away with Burger King. Buy enough Burger Kings, and you get a free Harrier jump jet. It's like all the Russians and Chinese are like, right, you've got to get yourself down to Burger King now, and you're gonna have to consume 20 million Whoppers. But we need that Harrier because we need to reverse engineer it. Yes, for the greater good. Let's do it. Feeling like this brown paint is not the one that I was looking for. Kind of more like sort of leathery brown, and this is not it. But this might have to do, because I can't find the other one unless it's over here. No. Alright, this will do for now. free Mars bar. Do you remember like you used to get like McDonald's scratch cards and stuff? Get like a free burger and stuff, things like that with it. Or like if you're unlucky, you get like a free drink or something. You're like, Right, that didn't work. That didn't. That's not what I wanted to happen, but it's kind of too late now. Right, it's not going to be a stream tomorrow, chaps. I'll warn you now. I'm going to go and get a roast dinner. I'm going to go to the old Toby Carvery. Last couple of times I've been Toby Carvery, right, and got beef. The beef has been well disappointing. So I'm not going to go for beef this time, I don't think. It's all just been like, the beef has been like sinewy and fatty, like ended up with like a scrag cut. Not a good cut of meat, but the pork I had was proper nice. Turkey seems kind of pointless, but I don't know, I like chicken and turkey and stuff, so I'll probably go for a pork and turkey mix for the meat. And I said the beef's just not worth a wank, which is as you know, not worth a wank is a official British term for measuring. Carvery's hit and miss, you reckon? For beef, definitely, but you know, things like the vegetables and stuff, man, you know what you're getting, don't you? army breakfast was all you can eat. I would have thought, like, you know, they'd be like budget constraints or something. Well, I kind of like think of like an army breakfast as being like fucking prison food or something. What would be in an army breakfast then, buddy? Would it be like a full English? You know something I haven't eaten in ages, mate, is cereal. Like, cereal just seems like such a crap breakfast. Like cornflakes or like Rice Krispies or something. I'm like, nah, mate. I'd rather just have like a piece of toast or something. Yeah, but like a lot of cereals are really unhealthy as well, aren't they? Because they got like so much like added sugar and stuff like that. Especially like I said, like stuff like, you know, it'd be like Cocoa Pops and things like that, right? Or like Frosties or something like that. You know, they've just got tons and tons of like added sugar. Even things like Shreddies and Cheerios and stuff, right? Golden Grahams, mate. Are those even still a thing? You remember Golden Grahams? Well, like, they got loads of like added shite in them. I mean, it's not like I eat mega healthy or anything, but like, I don't know, man. I just like cereals just seem like overly like sort of processed and a bit weird for me. Like I said, I used to eat them when I was like younger, and like my mum used to give us cereal for breakfast and things all the time. Sugar puffs, mate. Again, like, are sugar puffs still a thing? Now, if I'm in the supermarket or whatever, man, like, I wouldn't even bother looking in the cereal aisle, you know what I mean? That's what I'm asking, like, you know, are sugar puffs even still going, like? Yeah, like, I just got a feeling that like cereal is not like real, and didn't like, unless it's like proper like porridge or something, right? But didn't like weird, what's his face? Kellogg was into all sorts of weird shit, wasn't he? And that's why he made like cereals, because it was meant to stop masturbation, wasn't it? And if you think like I've just suddenly gone off the deep end, mate, I haven't. Just go and check it out. Like, the reason like Kellogg's, like, what's his face, the actual geezer Kellogg, like, he started like giving like mental patients like cornflakes and stuff like that to like try and stop them spanking off. So I don't know what sort of logic that is, but oh yeah, mate. Kellogg definitely needs a fucking boot to the face for anti-spank food, doesn't he? Are we meant to be in a heat wave? Heat wave's coming, right? Apparently. It's pretty warm today, wasn't it? I know that. Obviously not everyone's in Britain, but no, in Pompey it was pretty warm. And I said, a mate of mine phoned up and said, Garth, do you want to go down the pub, mate? I was so tempted, man. Really wanted to go down the pub tonight. Just sit out in the beer garden, right? Have a few shandies, and I was like, no. I've got far too many commissions to do, so I hope that you all appreciate what I'm doing right now for all of you.
Garth is the most significant artist that I've ever worked with, and I've worked with Lulu and 4 other people. So we're talking.
That's right, Ryder. I was thinking, when I do the music streams, I think I might have to make like a shandy donation. I think if I'm doing the music streams and I'm doing a 6-hour music stream, the least people can do is cover the shandies that I'm drinking, right? As I've said multiple times, man, them music streams are a lot of effort. Shandy and Kebab Fund, yeah, that sounds about right. Right, what are we doing with you now, Mr. Dinosaur? Yeah. I think you're right, Firelock. I mean, if I go through like 8 cans every music stream and I'm bopping away, man, that's, you know, over the no, over time, that's not a small amount, is it? I'm just wondering what kind of, maybe just like black in between these bits here to like give it some definition, perhaps. Might actually crack out some of the old Army Painter dark tone for this because it's a bit gloss. Oh shit. Let's see how this goes. Could go horribly wrong. Yeah, that seems alright. Gives the scale some definition. There must be an easier way to do this, though. Oh man, try Facebook Marketplace. Mate, 100% we can find some 100% we can find like a bunch of like knackered old tactical marines, man. They don't have to be 3rd edition necessarily, do they? Like, could be 4th edition or any, you know, anything around that era will be fine. I might even just be able to get like, I said I'm sure we can find some, mate. I have no doubt. think it's kind of weird that this guy doesn't have any eyes. I definitely think those old school heads are the way to go, man. Like, you know, when you put like a 3rd edition or whatever Mark 7 Space Marine helmet up next to those, you know, the Mark 7 helmet that came with those stern guard, there are some real differences. Like the visors, like the eyes on the older ones, the visors are much bigger, and so is that mouthpiece there. So I think it just makes the whole thing kind of like look more aggressive compared to, like, you know, the modern rendition of the Mark 7, where it's all like, I don't know, it's all like smoothed out and not so bulbous. Yeah, I mean, like, you'd think like that wouldn't make too much difference really, but if you look at like the scales here on this side and then you turn them over, like, you can see like what a difference that wash makes, even though it's a bit of a pain to put in there. It's definitely worth it. I mean, like I said, I mean, if this was my own model, I wouldn't even bother. But if, you know, if it's a commission, as in, you know, we've got to do those extra steps, I think. And I think, you know, if I wanted to just make this like whatever you want to call it, battle ready or whatever, then, you know, it's basically there, isn't it? Or just kind of block in, you know, some of the bits that are still got primer showing and paint the base, and then like that would be it. And, you know, if I was just, you know, trying to get these commissions done as quick as possible, I think most people would be happy with that as well. But Muggins here, who's doing these extra steps, even though probably doing myself out of money and time. I think probably the easiest way I could have done this would have been to maybe like use an oil wash for the pin line in here, but it's too late for that now. I'm halfway through. It's certainly made a difference. Hey, how's it going, huh? I'm just gonna put the fan on. Should we move on to some gold highlights now, I think? Ooh. This gold is nearing the end of its life, if not already dead. Let's see if we can resurrect it. A little bit of water. Oh my god. Just gave myself a splinter with this cocktail stick. Tyrannid abominations. Is that an actual creature, or is it just... You're just saying Tyrannid abominations as in... Because the name Tyrannid abomination to me sounds like it would actually be a thing, you know what I mean? You know what, I reckon that this gold will actually come back to life. If I let that kind of sit in the water perhaps. Or I might have just made a nice gold wash. That's too thin. I said I think I'm going to leave that kind of to fester in there and come back to it. Maybe we'll come back to the gold another day. I'm pretty sure I've got another coat to arms gold. I'm just being a cheapo.
Do not forget, for you will all be called, and you will all be tested.
Any particular reason the gatekeeper was summoned then? Oh, don't forget the gold. Yeah, I'll try not to, mate. I think it might just be a bit too thin at the moment. Yeah. We'll come back to that another day. What can we crack on with? Seriously, dropper bottles are not my friend. It's gonna blow up. It's all like caked in the lid. Oh god, it's just splurged out. just caught it though. That was a segment from 40k fans only. Something else I'm going to have to do, man. I'm going to have to buy the Army Painter Speed Paints, like, version 2, because they keep reactivating on my palette and messing things up. So what are the builds then, Hut? I'll have a look in a second. And if anyone wants to put anything in the hobby zone to get memed, I'm going to give you a 2-minute warning, and then we'll jump on the Discord. And anyone who's not on the Discord, type in !Discord into the chat and you'll get the Discord link. That is the best place to stay up to date with all of the Garth's Workshop news. Share your model pictures and all of that sort of jazz. Place for like-minded gentlemen and the odd female, odd woman. Place for the slightly older and less volatile neckbeard, as we all are. We all know that I don't take myself very seriously, and that generally goes for most of the people on the Discord as well, which is a nice welcome change from some of the other Discords and Facebook groups I'm sure we're all part of, where everyone's just a bit too into 40k, shall we say, a little bit too into the hobby. And that's all I'll say about that. And obviously, if anyone's watching this on YouTube a little bit later, or even now, all of those links are in the description. Who am I kidding? Nobody's watching this on YouTube. Apart from our man Joe. Joe Roberts might still be there. Ooh, I've got some skulls down there. I'll paint these now. Shield wolf goblins. Lurking still as always, good man. Got any other YouTube lurkers? Show yourself. Or not. More skulls. Of course, it wouldn't be a GW model without endless skulls, would it? Perhaps that's what's lacking in modern miniatures, not enough skulls. Too many purity seals, not enough skulls. Alright, 1 minute. We're going to go into the hobby zone. Oh, Maury, is that you, Hut? Is that you, Hut? I'm guessing it must be Tyranids, right? Tyranids.
Space Crusade takes you into warp space to fight the force of chaos. Deep in a parallel universe where nightmares are real. Space Crusade, the ultimate adventure game, where you must use all your skill and weaponry
Plasma gun! Dreadnought!
to battle through infested starships and win the highest rank. The ultimate encounter is here. Space Crusade, now with a new adventure pack.
There we go, talking about Space Crusade, mate. Yeah, it looks sick, man. Already looks sweet. It's not finished, though, is it? I like that colour scheme as well. I'll be interested to see what the base, the buttery biscuit base is going to look like. Ah, right, so that's the... You know what kind of base that needs, man? That needs a goblin green base to set off the reds. Not a big fan on the smoke and stuff like that they do on models these days, like moulded fire and moulded smoke and stuff. But yeah, man, I think as far as a Tyranid model goes, man, that looks fucking sweet with like the mouth and things there. That looks really cool. It doesn't look like generic space alien number 1, you know. Oh, mate. What are these? Shield wolf goblins? So where are these from? Are these GW or... They're not GW, right? They look like something else. They look cool, man, and I like the painting style on these as well. And again, I'd be interested to know what you're going to do with the basing. Shield wolf, yeah, they look sweet, mate. Oh, look at that. Is that like the first American, like, independence flag or something? Or is that when it was part of the colonies? I probably should know, shouldn't I? But my understanding is that the actual first revolutionary flag was the same as the East India Company. Yeah. What's this bloke here then? What's that flag for? Let's have a look. Some painting here, Ryder. Bomb squig, mate. What are those in the background there? Are those like Thunderhammer Terminators or something? Oh, look. See, look, I need one of those. Look, that's like a 3D printed thing to stop you spilling your wash. I could have done with one of those the other bloody day, couldn't I? And look, you got the best GW painting butt plug as well there, look. I like how you got the eyes in there, like proper manic looking eyes. Yeah, you've done a good job there, mate. See a lot of contrast paints hanging about in the back there. I must say, man, I do like GW contrast paints. I know I like rip into GW's normal paints, but like, I actually like contrast paints. Yeah, you're actually going to get some flock though. Like, to get flock these days, like, it's mainly like model railway people that use flock, isn't it? And my understanding is that, like, you can actually make your own flock really easy. It's like sawdust, just coloured sawdust, I believe. But I mean, that's what we used to use, like, to base everything was flock. Yeah, well, you, like, do you want to see my... That's my painting organisation right there. I do actually have a paint rack over to the right, but I'm a bit of a lazy git. Why? Oh, there we go, it's connected. Speaking of GW contrast paint, that's literally what I'm going to use now. colour that I very rarely use. I don't really like their contrast reds, but it will serve its purpose for what I'm doing now. I still do think, I've said this multiple times, that I don't think there's anything that a contrast paint does that you can do with a normal paint, just thinning it down a bit. It's just the convenience of using the contrast paint. Now, I saw something quite interesting I'm going to try. I'm going to try using a purple wash on the gold and then highlight it. But see, talking about organising my paints, first I have to find the purple wash. Now, where could that be? It's on the desk somewhere. Next to the graveyard of vapes and other detritus. Incidentally, when I was looking around for things, talking about lizard men, look, found that little bad boy on the floor. See, that guy was painted before I had any contrast paints or anything. He's probably got a few pubes stuck to him, but, you know, don't tell anyone. I'll throw him in an eBay job lot. Purple wash, where are you hiding? I know it's on the desk somewhere because I used it on the Death Guard. Maybe have I run out of Army Painter Purple Wash? Because actually on the Death Guard I used a Coat d'Arms Purple Wash, but that one's way too viscous. No, there it is. That'd be way too viscous for what I want to do here. I'm going to do it and do a little tester. Do a little tester with the purple wash, because I haven't actually put purple wash on gold before, but it looked quite good. Nah, that's way right. So that didn't work then at all. So we know that that wash is way too thick. Yeah, it looks alright. We can work with that. Something a little bit more interesting anyway. is it you haven't seen in years, Joe? Was it this Space Crusade advert that I put on earlier? Dreadnought! Oh yeah, that Space Crusade advert is a classic, mate. And so is the I'll use my broadsword Hero Quest. I can remember wanting Hero Quest in Space Crusade, and I can remember seeing it in Woolworths, and my mum never got me it. But I'm not going to complain, because actually, you know, a few birthdays or whatever later, I got 40k second edition. I can still, like, I remember like sticking all the models together and stuff like that, and just like looking at them and being like, oh my god, they look so cool, do you know what I mean? And I can remember boring my parents to death with like stuff about literally like the second edition box set, do you know what I mean? And like, I took like the rule books and stuff like that to school like all the time, and they got absolutely destroyed. Is that all it cost? 20 quid? What, for like the Space Crusade? A set of Space Crusade was 20 quid. Mate, £20. And what did you get in that, mate? In a box of Space Crusade? Well, obviously you got one Dreadnought. You got like a squad of, like, you got Imperial Fists, Blood Angels, and Ultramarines, right? A squad of each. And then you had the Orcs, the Gretchen, Gene Stealers, the Chaos Marines. What? And that was 20 quid. Mate, what would you get for 20 quid now on modern GW? You wouldn't even get like a unit, would you? I mean, obviously 20 quid was worth more back then, but I mean, like, that's the start of a little collection right there, isn't it? And they had like extra stuff, didn't they? Like, you know, you could get like tarantulas, couldn't you? The like double las cannon ones and things like that with Space Crusade as well. Can't remember if they had like special rules, or did they come in the box set? Oh, okay, so it was Mission Dreadnought that had them. with the and then Mission Dreadnought had the super double R Dreadnought, didn't it, with like extra long legs and like 5 weapon mounts, including the one on his head. But like I said, I mean, that could, you know, that's the, you know, 20 quid like that, that's the start of a little collection right there, isn't it? Now, how much does a start collecting box go for these days on GW's website? The forearm dread, yeah, it had 4 weapons points and then another weapons point on its head, didn't it? Oh yeah, there was the Eldar attack as well, wasn't there? The Eldar models, I think that the Eldar models and the Chaos Space Marines from Space Crusade hold up really well. Like, I really like the Chaos Marine sculpts. And they're really big as well, so they actually fit in well with modern minis, I think. Like, you can sneak those in there easy. Do you reckon they would squinny at you if you turned up to a tournament with Space Crusade models in? You're like, you know, if it was like an official tournament or whatever it is, like the official rules, do you think they would be like, oh no, those are not official GW models, you're not allowed to use those? Could you argue that they are official GW models? Do you think you'd get away with it? I suppose it would be up to the tournament discretion, but like, you know, what would GW's official line on it be, do you think? You know, they're like, oh god, Milton Bradley, this is bad comedy. Someone asked GW that, and they said no. Oh man, what twats, mate! What was the reason? What was the reason for saying no? Right? Did they just say no, they're not allowed, or did they actually give a reason? Like, they're not canon with modern 40k or something like that? Because, like I said, the Space Crusade lore is actually slightly different. Like, you know, you're allowed to use Rogue Trader and stuff, right? As long as they're on the correct size base. I don't really see, like, and Rogue Trader lore is like completely out there compared to modern 40k, right? I mean, why wouldn't they, you know, like, say something like, you know, we were just discussing those tarantulas, right, as a heavy weapons platform or something. Why wouldn't you be able to use that? I want to know the reason. Oh, they're firstborn. Oh, God knows what the... I don't even know if the Space Crusade ones are firstborn. They're like some sort of warp magic. Like I said, they're from like an alternative universe. The lore is just not... It's not quite there. Like I said, it's not like they're... It's... Like I said, it's an alternative universe as opposed to like a different one. Oh no, I suppose that didn't make any sense, does it? But you know what I mean. It's still 40k. I said it's like a Slaneshi fever dream or something. Because you pay for them with a king shilling back in 1972 or something. I'm sorry, but we only... I can't allow for... affordable model sets to be played on the modern 40k battlefield. It's not canon. I think things being canon is kind of another thing that's ruined 40k, as I've said before, because part of the ambiguity of everything was like trying to, like, you know, it was cool, like thinking of, you know, different, you know, because the Horus Heresy and things like that wasn't all like set in stone, and like, you know, with each, and as cool as the books are and stuff, but like you kind of like lose a little bit of that magic with each book, don't you? Oh, this is what happened, like, you know, oh, I kind of like thought something else happened in like a like headcanon. Something that was a bit cooler, you know. And just like the idea that it's just Imperial records that have just been like battered and lost, but like, you know, we're like regaining them back book by book. Yeah, that's what I mean, like, Space Crusade, like, that's what I'm, like, I don't really get why you wouldn't be able to use them, because, like you said, I mean, they were in White Dwarf and everything, weren't they, like, you know, it's part of GW history as much as, like, Rogue Trader is and stuff, right? I mean, the other question would be, like, do you reckon you could get, you know, so the obvious, if you can't use Space Crusade, then I'm guessing, you know, if you turned up to, you know, an Age of Sigmar tournament or something, like, you know, would you be able to use, like, old Hero Quest models? I've got some old hero. I've got a couple of Hero Quest models literally to hand. Oh, and even there's a Space Crusade model there, look. You telling me that if I turned up to GW with a Necron army and I pulled that out, they're going to go, I'm sorry, mate, you're going to have to take that off the table? You're like, come on, mate. That is a proto-Necron, man, if you've ever seen one, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You put that down in a Necron army, man. Surely they're not going to go, oh, I'm sorry, that's an illegal one, right? So, like, look, right? That's like a Mark 1 Necron, and that's a Proto-Necron, right? Put both of those up, look, right? This one's legal on the table, and this one isn't. Why? Right? Like, seriously. Like, have a word with yourself, man. Also, talk about some Hero Quest, right? Got a bit of a battered elf there, look, he's got some scars on his face, look. He's a barbarian. He's the wizard. And the dwarf's up there somewhere as well. Yeah, there's the dwarf there. I mean, isn't the dwarf basically the same as the white dwarf? Like, the Hero Quest dwarf is basically the same as the white dwarf that they released, right? I feel like this gold might slowly be coming back to life. And speaking of older paints, this is a coat to arms gold, and it's really, really bright. Seriously, man, I don't see why, you know, I feel like instead of like discouraging, you know, instead of like discouraging stuff like that, like, you know, they should be like embracing all of that history. And it's such bollocks, man. Like, Warhammer is for everyone. Well, it's not, mate. It's only for people with fat wallets, mate. Like, that bollocks that they come out with. I mean, if Warhammer really was for everyone, then you'd let them use that stuff, wouldn't you? Well, you'd let people use that. You'd be like, oh, okay, mate, is that what you got to play with? No worries. I mean, I can understand... I said I can actually understand, you know, where they're coming from. Like, obviously 3D prints and stuff like that, you know. It's an official GW tournament or whatever. Yeah, man, okay, all right, we can all understand that. But, using something like a Hero Quest model or something, like, you'd think they'd be like, whoa, that's really cool. Not like, sorry, can you take that off the battlefield? It's not new enough, basically. Instead of going, mate, that is some really cool old school shit you got there, mate. Come and have a look at this, lads. This guy's rocked up with a whole army of Hero Quest barbarians, you know. It's getting there, isn't it? Got a little bit yet, though. No, we could be looking at maybe one more stream, potentially. If I'm lucky. Then we got the actual... We got like a Saurus warrior or whatever they're called. Seraphon, sorry, warrior. I hate the name Seraphon, sounds fucking lame. They're fucking lizard men, mate. Surely they are lizard men. See, look. Ryder, that would be too interesting. If Call did do an Execute Order 66, that would be like a big swerve, and that would be really cool. And you'd be like, whoa, that's pretty bold. Actually, you know, GW, fair play, man. You swerved us all there. Good job, right? That's never going to happen. That would be cool. but short of fan theories that are actually better than GW's modern lore, then I don't think that's going to happen, mate. I'd love that to happen. I was literally talking to my mate on the phone earlier about, like, you know, I've said it a million times, obviously, like, you know, how many cool things they could have done with the Primaris and stuff like that.
Order 66.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Execute Patreon 66. You want to paint a dinosaur, Joe? Go and get yourself one, mate. Only cost you about £1 million. Actually, it took me ages finding this. Like, there was none in stock anywhere, and we had to buy. Ended up having to buy the starter set. As I couldn't find any of these in stock. Like, anywhere. By a Raptor. In the start collecting box for these guys, there's like about 6 or 7 Raptors. Or is it a start collecting box, or is it like literally like an army box? I'm not sure. See, like that idea, Ryder, that like Cole would execute like an Order 66 is really, like I said, that's a really cool idea. But like I said, there's absolutely no way they would do that. Like, turns out that like Cole was in league with Abaddon the whole time. And then he could do like a Vince McMahon. I fooled you all. Pop out like Vince McMahon under the hood. Oh, god damn it. You all bought it. Even Gilliman bought it. Turns out that call was actually Malcador all along. He's like, I fooled you all. I didn't waste away on the Golden Throne. Your dad's a proper bellend. I've always hated him. And now I'm back. And I'm your real daddy. Yeah. It was really, it wasn't the Emperor's seed, it was actually Malcador's. That's why the Emperor's always been so angsty and like Larry. It's because he couldn't conceive. So he ended up getting Malcador to do the deed for him. That's the real tragedy of 40k. Jeremy Kyle, 40k. Did I just miss a fuck you then? Yeah, well, don't the McCanum think that the Emperor's like the Omnissiah or whatever, don't they? Isn't he meant to be their god as well? Meant to be. Did the stream clonk out at some point and I didn't realise? I don't know, but isn't there like some sort of katana or something like that hidden on Mars or something as well? Something cheesy like that? Maybe it's this dinosaur that's living there. Speaking of, I think we've made a lot of headway today, and I think I need a rest because, like I said, man, I do telephone sales, mate. I've been prattling on all day, mate. Absolutely all day, man. Slogging it out. Right, them stones ain't sticking to the base, so let's just put some Uhu glue in it. That'll definitely set it. Right, that's it. We've done a lot today. Like I said, if I painted that base now, like you could get away with that and say that's done. It's not quite done, obviously, but I'd say maybe one stream away from that being done. You know, if I really wanted to push it, I could probably get it done today, but as I said before, man, I've got to be conscious of not burning out, especially where I've got so many commissions at the moment. I've got to, you know, sort of 2 hour, 3 hour streams, more of them, and just keep working and not let up on it, as opposed to doing fucking 6-7 hour streams like I used to do sometimes of painting, and then just being absolutely zonked for work and everything else afterwards is not the way to go. So I'm gonna be responsible, and we're gonna call it there. That I've done a lot of work. Like I said, there won't be a stream tomorrow, but there will be a stream the day after, and the day after that, and then we'll be back to music stream. So watch this space. I'll be about, and this time tomorrow I'll be down the pub or eating in the carvery, I believe. All good with that? If you ain't, well, whatever. That's what's happening. Right, we're gonna go and raid Bunker. Bunker _ gaming. And yeah, I'll see you all on Wednesday for potentially more dinosaur action. If not dinosaur, I'm hoping that I'm going to get some rigging for the elephant, and that's the absolute last thing I need to do for the elephant, is just do the rigging. I'm going to actually like use twine for I might even be able to do that rigging on my own, actually, without doing it on stream. I might be able to do that while I'm working on the phone. But anyway, right, I'm just prattling on to myself now. I'm done. Right, raid engaging in 10 seconds. And as usual, it's going to be some really awkward way for me to stop the stream on YouTube. I always end up just staring into like oblivion for about 10 minutes before the stream actually clonks out. I haven't worked out a decent way of doing it yet, so yeah, that's going to happen very soon. Alright everyone, see you not on the morrow, but on the morrow's morrow, if that's a word. Laters. And let's skip over to YouTube. Watch myself talking for a little bit.